For our first cleanup, we're going to look at a Town Hall 9 taking on a Town Hall 10, and then we'll see the cleanup. And it's pretty much the exact same attack was used. It's just that Brando, I mean, look, he's number 35, hitting all the way up to there, number 5. So he doesn't have the max queen and king. He has pretty high level for being number 35, but I think our Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11 comes in and cleans this up using almost the exact same attack. And he use a queen charge, look at 14 wall breakers. I don't remember if we have, and very nicely done to use that giant to funnel and to get that queen to come in and out exactly like he wants. So it just makes things go very, very smoothly here. I just don't remember if it's Max Valks in the clan castle or another golem in there. But it's going to use a rage to push the queen through here and just heal her back up to full again. She was getting kind of low. So that queen is going to walk up to the left and then make her way all the way around the northwest part of the base. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward this a little bit as the queen is walking. And I don't remember if well, there's no hog, so just trips the clan castle, I guess, just from that spot, trips it, and sends a wizard in there to go ahead and help quickly kill this lava hound and the loon that's going to die in the poison. Okay, so it was a golem, a max golem in the bottom, so we'll go ahead and focus on that too, because the phase 2 of this attack, funneling the king in there. And then the wall breaker is going on the top to go send the queen in back into the compartments again. Drops the jump and then drops all those Valkyries in here, which the enemy queen will aggro. Pull the Valkyries into the core. They'll take the jump into the core under rage. 2 rages, 1 to get through. There goes a good portion of that core. Second rage is dropped down, and the Valkyries will go ahead and take out both Infernals and all of the Expos. So, and then they'll start making their way around the base. And the king is doing his thing on the bottom with the golem kind of tanking, or the golemite kind of tanking with the wizard there. But we're just going to run out of time here. I mean, the Valkyries are making their way, but they're getting picked off. Minions are doing their job, funneling up on the top right, but they'll get taken out by this archer tower. And this queen is fully healed. She's going to be able to make it through the rest of the base if necessary. There's no more air defense to take out those healers, but it's just going to run out of time. She's just not strong enough, and there's too much base left to take. So she uses her ability. Still hadn't even used the ability yet. And we're down to 0 seconds. So an 86% on this one. And let's go ahead and take a look at the cleanup attack on this. And it is our Town Hall 10. I'm sorry, we didn't even have any Town Hall 11s. I don't know what I'm talking about. Our Town Hall 10, our number 1 Town Hall 10, I think is going to use almost identical attack, but level 40 queens, same entry, just exactly the same as Brando. If it works, don't fix it. The queen was dropped a little off there. Fortunately, I don't think that makes any difference, but dropping a queen like that could actually potentially make her walk somewhere else. But I don't think it's going to in this case. 17 Valks instead of the 4 from last time, because Town Hall 10s get more army space. Level 30 king and a level 40 queen is going to do some serious damage. Have a freeze in addition to the other spells that were brought by Brando. So all of these things just make it a little easier and a little bit simpler to push through the rest of the base. So we'll go ahead and fast forward this. I think, do we use a wizard or no? Same thing, minion. So we're saving a little bit of army composition there. The wall breakers are going down. They open that core just like they did last time. And did we use the wall breakers? Yeah, there we go. 4 to get those Valkyries in, 4 to route them into the core. Jump goes down. That queen is pretty much already done. Valkyries are sent super late. I mean, they actually were going to take out that queen, but now they've got nothing to really pull them in to that core. So they're going to start going around. Now they're going to be rerouted back in there as the rest of the stuff was taken out. But freezing that Inferno and I don't know what else, the Expo down there. So that makes a big difference. These Valks are running around. There's still another Rage left over. They are standing in heals, which I don't think Brando had a heal, but I'm not 100% sure. So these Valks are raged up again, and raged Valks are going to tear through this base. We've lost the healer though, but the queen does have her ability, so she has to use it into that giant bomb. But let's see, we have almost nothing left. There's tons of Valkyries still up, or quite a bit of them still up. And that queen is not going to have an easy job against these things because she doesn't have a healer on her, but she's got the Valks to tank for her, so it's really not a big deal. And we are in cleanup mode right now, and we are finished. So very nice initial attack, and I mean, you can't really do hardly any better than Brando did with Town Hall 9. The only better I guess you could have is 30-30 heroes, and I still don't think that would push through enough. But it was a great first attempt, and it made that cleanup on it extremely simple. So let's go ahead and check out a Town Hall 9 base. Okay, so for this one we're going to do pretty much a max Town Hall 9 attack. Not the walls, but all the defenses. I think every single thing is maxed Town Hall 9, and show a cleanup on it as well. This is going to be a 2-star attack, and I think the problem here is that he uses a stoned Go Vaho. I think that's very intense, a lot of tanking and not enough cleanup troops. And uses a Quad Quake, but let's see where that Quad Quake opens up. If it doesn't open up, it opens up a good portion of it, but not the entire base. So I think that's another part where these guys are going to get stuck. So we've got the 2 golems going in, and I'm pretty sure he has a max golem in the clan castle and then 5 of his own Valks. Using the Quad Quake limits you to only 3 more spells. He chooses to bring 2 poisons, which now limits you to 2 spells, so you're not going to be able to raid your kill squad up. Drops that P.E.K.K.A. in there, and the max golem. I think also probably now he didn't drop his Valkyries until too late. He does have 2 poisons for this, so that's going to help out quite a bit and get them through. But you really want to bring that Rage. That Rage is going to do a lot more than 2 poisons, especially on tier 1. I'm not sure if this was a first attack or a second. I think it's probably a first attack. But I think all of his kill squad, except for that P.E.K.K.A. and those golems, have been completely taken care of. Oh, and I just noticed, I didn't notice this before, he doesn't have his king. That's a big deal too. So that's another reason why this needs to be cleaned up. That P.E.K.K.A. is just about done to that Tesla farm, or whatever, 2 Teslas. So she still has a little bit of hit points, and so does the golems, or the golem. But you know, these hogs have got to make it around the entire horseshoe of the base with 0 heals. And not most of them, especially, look at all those splash damage and point defenses on the bottom that are not being tanked. That Tesla's doing tons of damage to that hog. So yeah, this is all, you know, petering out. It's going down. There wasn't enough push from the kill squad, and definitely not enough cleanup on the back end. We do have another wizard, but that's really going to do nothing. The queen has her ability. I think it wasn't a horrible strategy. I think you need the king there. The Valkyries went walking, or at least one of them. She's going to tank for a tiny little bit, but this is not going to be enough. So anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the cleanup on this attack. And let's go into here, and we'll watch Big go ahead and take care of this with just a regular Go Valo. So he comes in from a different angle as well, and I don't think we have stone, do we? I'm pretty sure it's a shattered entry, and he brought max Valks. So for me, I like that strategy more. Max Valks compared to level 4 Valks are a huge difference. There we go with the max Valks. They are a lot more tanky, they are hit harder, and everything is better with them. He also only brought 1 jump and the 2 poisons, so he has 3 heals to push this kill squad through, which is fantastic. And 20 hogs, which is a lot more to use that heal in the core for the Valkyries, keep them going. They'll take out the queen here, and then he's got 2 more heals for his hogs as they make it around the base. And at this point, they've only got to be healed at the 2 top spots, because that kill squad is tanking for the bottom. Not to mention he does have his Barbarian King, so that helps out with the tanking. That Barbarian King still is full health and making a big difference. Drops that final heal on that double Giant Bomb set, which does fry one hog, I think, but the rest of them get healed through it because they don't trip it. They only trip it one at a time. A couple of these defenses are hitting the kill squad. Now they're going to focus on the hogs, but too much damage has been done. Those wizards come from the back end and take out that splash damage on the golem or the golemite, and now they're taking out the cannon. So this base is completely crushed in a quicker time frame too. So there is a little bit of a tweak, change the side, and was able to go ahead and get the 3-star on here. So let's go ahead and check out our last cleanup attack. We have to check out a Town Hall 8, and we'll see how that was first hit and then cleaned up as well. And I think this is probably the most disappointing base to show. Not anything on Mac. I think we hit this base 6 times is what I saw, which is just absolutely ridiculous. This is a common internet forum base, a variation of the Kyoki. I mean, this has probably been hit a bazillion times, and I just don't understand how we fail on it. Guys, don't use this as your war base. I mean, it held up. I don't know why it held up against us, but it's been crushed so many times, so many different ways. You can watch my Town Hall 8 replays, and I'm sure you'll see this beat more times than you can even imagine. So, first of all, the lore, okay, so let's just stop it right there. So make your decision up front, how much you're going to commit to this lore. You'll notice right now, I guess they were expecting maybe a dragon. I don't know if this was the first attack or not, but if you're expecting a dragon and a loon, that one is going to do it. But if it's a different type of first hit or something, you don't know what's in there, commit to it. At least send 3 to 4 hog riders to get that full lore, take out the defense, and potentially get a little bit further in the base. He ends up doing that anyway and still doesn't get the full lore as far as I know, and doesn't get the defense. So wasted 3 hogs there for not absolutely nothing, but for not too much. So you don't have a poison for this, and you've got to deal with these troops, which again is not something you want when you quad quake into here. You don't want to deal with this because it's very tough to do wizards and barbarians. Then just decides what he should have done a long time ago is just drop those golems and tank there. That one golem is going to get completely roasted. Look at this. He is down to nothing. He got taken out to golemites in less than 3 seconds. So that was one 30 space golem that did absolutely no good whatsoever. They finally take care of the clan castle. They didn't finish up with this building here. So the king and the Valkyries both get distracted. So, it was all about the timing and everything here, the deployment. Almost everything was done wrong. And again, it's not to pick on Mac at all. We've all done it. I've done it probably more times than not. So it's not to be like that. But yeah, this is just a very tough attack, and I think a lot of things did go wrong here. You have 2 heals. Healing this is they're not. I think that all the giant bombs have been tripped. So I don't think that's a big deal. You've just got to make sure you place these heals sparingly. These hogs have got to push through. They're not going to hit any giant bombs or double giant bombs. They've already been tripped. That king is going to do a lot of damage to them. And also, try to get it around the splash damage as well. To get those heals there, because this is what's going to happen. The king's going to pound on you, and your hogs are going to get completely taken out by the splash damage. So at this point, we're done. The king is down. The hogs are down. The enemy king is full health. There's nothing to say about this. It's all over. So I think watching all the videos and recaps that I've done, this base is most successfully hit by like a Go Vaho or a Go Va Low, which exactly is what we're going to see here. Same base. Gringo's going to come in here, and he's still going to use a Quad Quake, but he's going to do a Go Vaho on this base. So I don't remember if he uses the quad quake at the same spot. Let's just go ahead and check out what happens. So I think it looks here like we're not even going to bother with Allure. We're just going to go ahead and start the funneling, drop the one golem there. So it's going to be a cold-blooded entry, brings extra hogs for that, just to make sure he can get around this base. Because if you look at it, the base is very compact. The hogs have nothing to worry about but a couple of spring trap placements and a couple other things. These Valkyries are going to tear through this tier 1 mob with just a couple swipes. So if you drop a heal there, which he should have done like a long time ago, unfortunately all those Valkyries have gone completely, they're finished. But if he dropped the heal in there, then he would have, been able to heal the Valkyries up. They would have taken out the tier 1. They would have also cleared out all the rest of the core, and then the hogs could have just run right around the base. This is fine though, because he's got an extra. He's only got one more giant bomb spot, which is right there. The hogs are going to completely get healed to full and push through the base. He does have his enemy, or I'm sorry, the friendly king up, even though he's used the ability. These hogs are going to finish that. All the giant bombs have been tripped, so they don't have to even worry about coming back and tripping them by accident on the cleanup. And they will go ahead and take this king out as they start jumping to the other building right here. They will path, and they'll take the altar out and come right back and jump on that king and take him out. And we are in cleanup mode, and he's got tons and tons of hogs, so that cleanup's going to be no problem whatsoever. So hopefully you guys, were able to take these attacks, figure out how they were hit. He did come in on the correct side with that Valkyrie deployment because he wanted to trip the double giant bomb set. That's your only enemy in a Town Hall 8 is just a double giant bomb set. If you get rid of that double giant bomb set, you can heal through anything else. The single giant bomb is inconsequential. It's just like anything else in the base. It can get healed through, and you can take care of it. And it's all done, so there's nothing to worry about after that. So you want to make sure that your primary goal is to trip that double giant bomb spot if you're using mass hogs or a Go Vaho with a lot of hogs on the back end. So take all these different attacks from Town Hall 9 down, or I think it was Town Hall 10 down. Yeah, Town Hall 10 all the way down, and get used to it. Just try the timing. Timing is everything. Deploying, when you deploy it, where you deploy it, how you deploy it. And when you do your spells. So practice it, get those 6-star clan wars, and practice those 3-star attacks.